Let's get into this Justin Bieber story. So yesterday they aired, and I still didn't get around to watching it because I totally forgot. I don't know what I was watching yesterday. Oh, I was watching Novocaine, which actually was pretty good. So I was watching a bunch of other things, and then all of a sudden I was like, damn, I forgot. And it was already late, so I didn't get to watch it. But TMZ did one of the investigates episodes. It's on Hulu of what happened to Justin Bieber. And one of the things that they discussed, one of the many things that they discussed, and we've been hearing about it for a while, is Justin's alleged money woes and a lot of what he's dealing with that. Now they're saying the reason why he sold his music catalog is because he was broke and he needed some coins. He sold it for $200 million. So the 31-year-old pop star who recently boasted about drug use in a shameless post, yeah, he's a big old bong head. Like they be sitting around, with a bong and getting high all the time. Like he's a stoner. I wonder if it helps the Ramsey Hunt stuff, because he got the little situation going on with his face. But it said he made somewhere between 500 million and 1 billion. Damn. How do you blow through $1 billion? If I was a billionaire, trust and believe, my cheap ass would be trying to hold on to every bit of that billion. But they said he blew it all and was in rough financial shape before selling to Blackstone-backed Hypnosis Songs Capital, according to TMZ on Thursday. Now, sources for Justin claim that he was on the verge of financial collapse back in 2022 to the point that he had to sell the rights to his music at the end of the year. Now, insiders also allege that his manager Scooter Braun, had tried to tell him it was a bad idea to sell so early in his career, or at least wait until January 2023 in order to get a tax break, but Justin did not want to wait, and he ended up selling December of 2022. Well, I'm sorry, but if my manager would have told me this is a better time to invest, I would definitely look into it. But you got to be a damn fool. First of all, I'm not selling my music. First, if I'm writing songs, if I have something to do with it, and I know that is my intellectual property that I could pass down to my children, and possibly you could just, why not use those songs where it's like, okay, now if somebody hits you up and wants to use your song for a movie or a commercial, whatever that is. It's like, okay, I'll license it, but you give me this for this amount of money, like 500K, a million, whatever the case is, that's money in your pocket. Like, why would you give your money away just so you can get a flat fee of $200 million? And then it's like, okay, you got that money, but you don't have any more coming in because Justin's not working right now. He busy running around here looking a hot mess, like having his old Kanye West-esque crash outs. And then his wife out here looking miserable. But she ain't that miserable. She's been busy on social media following every damn thing Selena Gomez does while Selena out here living her best life. So they said Justin remains the youngest artist to ever have sold his catalog, and the publication reports that being in dire financial straits had a lot to do with the decision. He shot to fame, as you know, as a 15-year-old with the release of his 2010 single Baby. Now, the A-lister is said to have a net worth of $300 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth, and by comparison, his wife Hailey Bieber is worth $200 million. How the hell is she worth $200 million? What does she do? I mean, I know she's an influencer, and we all know her father was like a D-list actor, but for the most part, I'm like, how the hell is she worth $200 million? It's interesting to note that last month it was reported that Hailey is considering selling her skincare. Oh, she has a skincare brand. Do people actually buy it? She has a skincare brand, Rhode, for $1 billion after launching the company nearly 3 years earlier in June of 2022. The model, who's 28, who has been embroiled in fan concern over her marriage to singer Justin Bieber, offers both skincare and limited makeup products through the line, such as blush and peptide lip treatment. The star has hired both JP Morgan and global investment bank Moelis to assist her in finding potential deal options at $1 billion in value, sources told WWD last month. Now, since its launch, Rhode sales have been estimated to be around $200 million, but when it comes to a buyer, a sale might be difficult due to the brand being only online, despite talks of the company partnering with a retailer in the future. Yeah, because I'm like, I've never heard of her stuff. And now I know why. And I have friends that work in places like Sephora and a makeup artist. So I need to hit him up and be like, do people actually be using her stuff? Because I don't know any places that, I mean, Sephora's not selling your stuff. You have to go on the internet and buy it. And I guess now in these days with the internet, things are going to be, there's going to be tariffs and all that other stuff. So how are they going to be able to do all of that? So they also said one insider stated they're too risk averse, particularly in this environment. The market is just too uncertain to write that big of a check. And I'm like, I don't know if she's making all this money and she's going to be able to do all this stuff. Who's going to give her $1 billion over a makeup line that's online? So they said, according to the outlet, some buyers are wary at acquiring a brand that is associated with one celebrity and only one retailer. And I'm like, Hailey, you're not hot like that. So I would not be giving her none of that stuff. Now, regardless of are they talking about, oh yeah, they mentioned Selena Gomez. Now, since we was talking about it, let's get into her. So there's other similar brands that have also not made any major deals, such as Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty. Didn't they say she's worth $1 billion? I could have sworn that they said her makeup line was doing well. Makeup by Mario and Merit by Catherine Power. An industry source told WWD that it was due to a trailing M&A market as well as additional economic pressure. They said nobody paid $1 billion for Rare Beauty. Nobody paid $1 billion for Makeup by Mario. Why would they pay for Rode? It doesn't even have distribution. So another insider explained that companies such as Rode offer too much risk for potential buyers due to being too young. And that's what I'm like, first of all, you just launched this thing in 2023. We're in 2025. I'm not giving you anything if you only been around for 2 damn years. You need to be around as long as like a decade or something. And then I might consider, the company going for $1 billion. But it just seems like a lot of these young people, y'all just be launching businesses and then try to cash out quick because y'all don't really invest. Y'all need to really like maybe you need to take a page out of Kylie Jenner hand, but like I think her cosmetic line lasted a minute before she sold her business, and now she out here running behind Timothy Chalamet and showing up at Knicks games. Well, I'll be there tomorrow working at Knicks games, so I'll be seeing like if they're there, and I'll let y'all know. But in regards to this whole situation, I do think it was relatively early that Justin decided to sell his musical catalog. He should have waited. But when you out here being reckless with your money, like I said, he grown, he could do whatever he wants with his money. But this is what you do. I just feel like it was just dumb for him to sell it early. And then I was having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier because he was like, "Oh, I've been watching your videos and stuff, and I have thoughts." Like he wanted to comment on stuff, and he thought that the Justin Bieber story got taken down. I was like, "No, it's still up there because I look." But sometimes social media do like to play in my face where y'all want to, you want to mute or y'all want to go in and try to pull certain videos and stuff down. But I be seeing certain other influencers. I think certain influencers be hating on me or whatever and try to sabotage my stuff and report stuff because when you start gaining traction with other people and people can't deliver things the way I deliver it, and a lot of y'all just sit and copy and paste to have no personality. They want to sit and report your stuff so that way their stuff shines. But it's like you can sabotage my stuff when you want, but this talent is what it is. So hate on the sidelines if you want to. But anyway, getting back to this, he was saying that he was just wasn't liking the fact that people were going in on Scooter Braun about the whole situation. That I'm team Justin regardless. But I'm like, if the boy owes Scooter Braun $8 million when they brought in their own auditor from the beginning, they was like, okay, you owe us this much. But then Justin was like, no, I don't think so. We don't owe this, and this. And then they were like, okay, so you brought in your own auditor, and then come to find out you actually you actually owed Scooter more than what was on in the situation. I think I have that. Um, yeah, because there was somehow that he said he announced his retirement. That's probably why he sold it early because it's like you have no money. Yeah, so there was an external order because I had to remember what we talked about yesterday. Because you already know, once I'm done with the topic, out of sight, out of mind. So there's an external audit and commission by Scooter's company allegedly calculated after a 6-month investigation that Justin owes him over $8 million. The fracas is supposedly connected to Justin's decision to suspend his tumultuous Justice Tour in 2022 when he still had 70 dates left on the schedule. Which is why I always say, like, if it came down to investing in him for an arena tour, I wouldn't do it because he's a risk in regards of like if people are putting all this money into you know how much it is when you have to go around and try to lock in dates for an arena tour and that sort of thing, especially when there's so much competition out here and so many people are trying to tour at the same time. And here you go canceling your show. You had 90 shows, you only did 20 of them, and then you had 70 more to go when you decided to cancel the whole thing. All these people putting in their money, they done secured a hotel room, they secured a plane ticket, all this other stuff. But here you go, oh, I can't do it no more. That would piss the fans off. And the investors, because people are investing in you with doing these shows when you get the sponsors and all that stuff. So yeah, they said that when he announced he was ending the tour early, Justin made note that of the fact that his face had infamously been partly paralyzed by Ramsay Hunt syndrome not long before, explaining that he needed to make my health a priority. Well, now you making it seem like you not, because you out here doing all these damn drugs, according to the reports. So now they said that, yeah, insiders told TMZ the tour promoter AEG had given him a $40 million advance. And this is exactly what I was talking about, where you have these promoters who are investing in you, and then we're giving you an advance, which now we know is $40 million, and saying that he owed them $24 million back because of the cancellation. It's like, yeah, when you don't follow through with your investment, you got to pay that money back. That's not a loan. That's not something that you get to keep. That's a loan. And what people don't realize is that you have to be, when you're not good on your investment, you better come up with the rest of that money, because otherwise we're taking you to court. Now, Scooter's company, Hailey America, is said to have covered the amount, and Justin supposedly agreed to reimburse the firm in installments over the following decade, only to allegedly stop after one payment. This is per the report. Now, while insiders of Scooter's camp say Justin's team claimed the singer was short of the money, sources in Justin's camp tell a different story, according to the outlet. The Justin insiders told TMZ his then business manager, Lou Taylor, deduced after looking through documents that he had overpaid Scooter $26 million in commission. Now, Lou's bombshell was followed by an internal audit by Hy-Vee, determining that Justin had in fact, paid Scooter $1 million less than the manager was owed, an amount that Scooter reportedly elected to waive, according to the report. Now, Justin's team, on the other hand, is said to have regarded Hy-Vee's internal audit as a crooked means for the company to serve its own interests. Hy-Vee allegedly enlisted the outside auditor Prince Waterhouse, aka PwC, to perform an independent investigation that lasted 6 months and produce a report this April stating Justin owes Scooter approximately $8,806,000. Now, while not rubbishing the PwC audit, sources in Justin's camp told the website the singer's team has conducted its own audit, the results in which it did not divulge, probably because they realized that they did their own audit. Y'all haven't revealed the results, and to come to find out, according to the Maury lie detector, that Scooter never telling the truth. And as I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, it's like, you know what, you can feel how you feel about Scooter in this situation. Yeah, he's vile or whatever the case is because of what he did to Taylor Swift and try to take advantage of her with the music and all that other stuff, and stole her catalog, which resorted to her having to re-record all of her songs, which is why we get the Taylor's version of everything, because of the drama of what she did with Scooter and all the other little shady shenanigans and stuff that he did. That's fine. We could be mad at Scooter over that. But the reality is this: if Justin owes people money, he's got to pay his stuff back. I don't give a good goddamn if I'm good friends with him or not. If it was any one of my faves and they was doing something dirty, y'all already know on this show, turnabout is a fair game. I don't sit and have my head so far up celebrity asses that even my favorite artists, that I'm not going to call them out when they wrong. And y'all already know on this show, I do call them out. So when people come up in the comments and be like, well, if it was one of your faves, because they was trying to throw a little shade at me about Madonna or something or another, and they were like, well, if your favorite that was doing that, I said, okay, now this go to show, first of all, you don't watch my show, and number two, you don't know me, because if you did, you know that was a damn lie. You just go by what you seeing on social media, and you think you can come in the comments and try to come to me. It's not going to work, because I will clap the fuck back. Trust and believe. But I have to do it respectfully because I already know with great power comes great responsibility. And when you have a show and all this other stuff, I can't go too hard, because some of y'all be trying to be shady and try to be like, oh, it goes against community standards, it's bullying and all that other mess. So yeah, I got to tread lightly when it comes to this stuff. But anyway, enough about me. I want to hear from you. What do you guys think of this story regarding this whole situation going on with the Biebs, where, with the revelations that we learned from that YouTube special, well, Hulu special, sorry, that TMZ did. I definitely have to check that out. I just forgot to watch it when I said I was going to watch it yesterday. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.